Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to talk about why and how an MBA degree is going to be helpful for you. Okay, there are a lot of arguments right now floating around saying that hey, MBA is absolutely useless and you are not going to learn a bit, or you are going to spend unnecessarily $150,000 on an MBA degree. And guess what? Most of these arguments come from the folks who are already MBA graduates and who spend that money and who use their MBA school names quite extensively, right? So let us look at why and what are the reasons why you should be looking at MBA degrees abroad specifically. Okay, the first reason that I want to talk about is the ROI reason and also the opportunity to settle abroad if you are interested. The total cost for an MBA degree, including living expenses, could come around $150,000 to $180,000. And if you go for a country like Canada, the spend might be a little lower, right? The tuition fees itself is lower, so the spend could be between 120,000 US dollars and a little more. Now, if you look at any such scenario from a INR perspective, you are still spending 1 crore plus, right? If you are spending so much of money, you better know what is the job that you are going to get or how much salary you are going to get. For the top 25 to 30 schools in the US, the base salary plus bonus component typically reaches to $150,000. And Canada, it reaches to 120 Canadian dollars, right? Now, in this scenario, we are talking about excluding all the spends, post-MBA spends that you are going to incur, you can probably clear off your debt in 3 to 5 years. And once you clear off your debt, you are a proud alum of a brand and you are actually working in a foreign location and you do not have any debts, right? And this magic happens in 3 to 5 years. Now you tell me any other formula which can help you with this kind of a magic. Number one, giving you a salary in terms of probably 150 to 180,000 US dollars. Number two, you have a long-term stay option in a different country. And number three, you are an alumni of one of the top global brands, right? This formula is very hard to repeat. And if you get a chance to get this kind of a formula into your pocket, you by all means should go and take it. Then what is the reason that people come back and say that, hey, yes, you should not go for an MBA? One of the popular reasons is, of course, hey, you can get all these learnings on Udemy. Instead of going to a business school and spending $150,000, spend 500 rupees on Udemy and get these courses, right? Of course, you can do it. But guess what? McKinsey, BCG, Bain, Goldman Sachs, Amazon's, they don't look at your Udemy certificates. They look at, hey, whether you are a part of a global MBA program versus not. Whether you got an opportunity to interact with a diverse cohort or not, right? Whether you have a Udemy certificate, probably you will mention it somewhere at the bottom of your resume and nobody even bothers about it, right? So these are two things which are poles apart. It is not just about the knowledge, but it is the context of the whole setup which will give you that added advantage. Irrespective of, again, MBA, there is one other scenario which is very difficult for you to achieve, which is transitioning from career path A to career path B. If you are a software engineer and if you want to jump into management consulting, if you have 1 year experience, you want to do this transition, you tell me how easy it is. If you ask me, it's a super difficult transition. Transitioning from one career path to another career path is always difficult. Now, add on top of it a geographic transition, right? You're moving from India to US and moving from software engineer to management consulting setup, right? These kind of transitions are only possible through some of the best global B schools. And that is the reason why people go and actually apply for business schools. If this was possible without the support of a, let's say, career support team or a brand name, then why would people go and spend so much money on their MBAs, right? It's a simple point. If you see that there is some other formula which can help you do this, jump from country A to country B and also move from software world to consulting world or move from product world to Wall Street bank, investment banking role, please do let me know. Please put that formula in the comments and people can benefit and they can probably not spend unnecessarily $150,000, right? So these formulas don't exist. And even if they exist, that probably is for 0.0001% folks. For rest of all of you guys and me, we need an MBA degree to go through these kind of transitions. And even if it's a transition within India, even if it's a transition within the same geography, this perspective is super important. Another perspective which I'll bring on is the networking angle. Well, a lot of folks say that, hey, I know I've met interesting folks on LinkedIn. Well, I've started my LinkedIn journey almost about 2 years back now. It's been 2 years since I started posting regularly on LinkedIn. And I'll tell you, it takes a lot of time and effort and consistency to achieve that network on LinkedIn. And still, it does not match with your classroom network, right? You go and interact with your classmates in some part of the world. You get together, you probably have some fun, you learn things together, you go through some stress situations together, you support each other in these situations, and this will keep you together for a very long time. And unfortunately, there is no online platform which can help you build these kind of networks. Yes, from a professional point of view, if you want to spend 15 minutes, 30 minutes, absolutely fine. You can do it through LinkedIn, you can do it through any other platform. If you really want that long-term connect, then Global MBA is one of the best places for you to do it. Now, people might ask, hey, I'm a lone warrior, I don't need a network, I can do everything by myself. Then good luck. You don't need MBA, neither you need any support from anybody else. But I would assume 99% of us who need that support from people. We take motivation, we give motivation, and we need that a tribe to actually move along in our careers and also in our lives. Right? So networking is one strong perspective. Brand equity that we derive from our schools is going to be another major advantage. You guys will know, right? You go on LinkedIn, you search for somebody and you see that, hey, somebody has graduated from INSEAD, from Harvard, from Kellogg, right? You immediately have some kind of, hey, yes, this person might be having this kind of background, right? You immediately will start associating, you'll start thinking about a person in a very specific way. And it's very human, right? You can't change it, I can't change it. And that's the way people are thinking. Now, that brand equity is very hard to achieve through any other measure. There are folks who do it, but if you want to grow ahead in your career, this brand equity will be super important for you. And let me tell you, if you apply for a job and the person who is actually scanning through your resume has 30 seconds, do you know what they'll be looking at? The first 30 seconds, they'll be looking at what are the brands that you are associated with. If you have no brands on your resume, then there is a very high likelihood that you won't even get a second chance, right? So please don't ignore the brand equity part. Please don't ignore the networking part. Please don't compare Udemy learnings on online recorded courses with what you can get in a classroom setup for a global MBA. Now, one thing I also want to highlight is that, hey, yes, there are a lot of positives, but one thing I want to highlight specifically is that if you are thinking about a global executive MBA, right? Majority of these executive MBA programs do not offer placement support. If your primary objective to do a executive MBA is to switch jobs or to move into different geographies through these jobs, then it's a very tricky thing. You need to know specifically if that program offers placement assistance to executive MBA folks or not. I know majority of the global schools do not offer placement support, but schools in India, for example, IMA Executive MBA program, IMB's Executive MBA program. These programs do offer placement assistance for executive MBAs. So please look into these kind of facts, understand what is the primary reason why you want to do an MBA and if the school can support that versus not. I hope this is helpful. The first request from my side is please don't go look at somebody and say that, hey, this person is saying MBA is not required. By the way, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Elon Musk. He says that, hey, MBAs are not required and MBA is probably an overrated degree. But if you go look at folks who are hired at Tesla, you will see that he's hiring majority of the folks from great MBA schools. The same thing applies for Amazon, right? The CEOs speak 100 different things, but if it comes to hiring decisions, they hire from some of the top global schools. So please don't go by these individual words. These degrees carry a lot of weight and you need to decide why you should be doing this degree and what is the value you can generate from this degree. Hope this is helpful, guys, and I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.